He will remove the chip from his shoulder.
Lays it up. Holy cow, John Morant.
Because in the face of doubt, he never gave up. And he isn't about to start now.
That is right. Happy Friday. It's time to rise and grind. Not only is it a Friday of a holiday weekend, but as we just saw, it is official that the NBA's Rookie of the Year resides in Memphis, Tennessee. Ja Morant, the almost unanimous selection. Almost. -1. And we have Lang Whitaker, Grind City Media's own, here in studio with me, Megan, CJ Hurt in the booth to celebrate this morning. It was the inevitable, but it finally happened for real.
Can I say, first of all, you guys have a strange way of preparing for this show. Like, I've been on a lot of shows around here, and to have a huge water spill 30 seconds before we go on the air was a way to kind of ratchet up the tension and get everybody on their toes.
But
right?
Look, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
But we look good.
I'm
we
with
do,
it.
We do it so well.
Yeah, it was impressive.
We do it so well.
Should we talk more about how impressive it is Ja got 99 votes, or that one person?
I mean, we
Did
can do a
not
little bit of
vote for
both,
Ja.
right?
Yeah, well, both deserve equal attention. 99 votes is incredible and something to celebrate, but like, who are you? Why? Why you have to be this way?
He's got 99 problems, but Zion's not one.
Zion gets one.
Zion got one.
If it's the same guy or gal who voted Zion 1, Ja 2, RJ Barrett 3, they should have their vote taken away because they just looked at the draft and said, okay, here are the 3 candidates for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
They got to have their vote taken away for that.
I mean, I thought it was impressive that he got 99. I think going into it, I think we all thought that Ja was Ja and he deserved it, but there's always conversation about, what about Zion? Well, what about Zion when Zion came back? So I didn't think 99 people. I didn't
True.
think that. So then when you see that all 99 were all in agreement, but then there's one. There always
One.
has to be one. Like,
Always
you
is
couldn't
one.
just make it unanimous.
The good news is that after they announce the MVP, whenever they get done announcing all the awards, they release who voted for who.
Right.
So, yeah, they're going to put out the list
That
of
is going to be so bad.
of everyone who voted. So the
I
name's
feel
gonna
so
come out.
bad for that.
I do.
Memphis
Oh,
Twitter is not a
Hey,
group
they
of
should
people
they
that
should
I want.
they should put themselves out there now.
Yes.
Yeah, if I'm that person, I'm tweeting it out today. I'm like,
Yeah.
look, I did it. I voted for Zion #1. So I don't know who did it, but we're gonna find out.
I made a
eventually.
mistake. I own
That's
it.
not going to be good at
A
all.
Friday news dump, holiday weekend.
Yeah, do it
this
at
is
like-
literally this is the day to do
Like
it.
6
if you
o'clock
want
tonight.
it. Yeah.
Put it out there. Like be like,
Yes.
I was the one. Sorry.
I love it. I love it. Now, so let's just talk about Ja's impressive year. We got to hear from Ja during the media availability, and he's so humble. Like, you can tell he's excited, but it's never too much excitement. He's like, yeah, like, I worked hard at this.
I asked him back in, I don't even know what month this is now. I guess it was like back in February, March. I wrote a Slam cover story on him, and I was interviewing him for that. And I asked him, do you think you deserve the Rookie of the Year? I just flat out asked him, because he'll never say. And he said, we'll see. Just like, but I thought it was great to hear him say yesterday afterwards to be like, I want to know who didn't vote for me. Because like clearly he did care that
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
didn't vote for him. And this award, such as it is, it's something that means something to him.
I think it's so funny that he does want to know, and it just plays into that narrative that we've seen here in Memphis collectively. Like, chip on shoulder Ja is someone you don't want to mess with. And now this is something that he can carry with him for the rest of his career. Like, I should have been unanimous Rookie
Yeah.
of the Year, but there was that one person who didn't do it. I thought the other thing that was cool was, and it's what he's going to say, it's not unexpected, but just saying, my name is on this trophy, but my entire team was behind me in this season, which is obviously just a fact in the life of basketball, but specifically what this team was able to do. Yes, Ja was the face and the Rookie of the Year, but we even saw yesterday in the voting that Brandon Clark finished
Yeah.
in 4th, which to have 2 of the top 4 rookies in 2020 on one team is awesome and just so exciting for Memphis going forward.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Brandon. I know on draft night when we traded up to get him, there was a lot of people who were like, who's this guy? And the knock on him that I loved was that his arms were too short. That was the knock on
Raptor
him.
arms.
Yeah, that was why he fell so low in the draft. Was like, oh, he's not going to translate to the NBA. And, he's a guy who the upside on him is unbelievable. If you look at what he got better at as the season went along, he wasn't shooting threes at the start of the season. He wasn't really taking all those floaters at the start of the season. But as the season went along, He just figured out where his game could progress and what he could get to. If you look at how good he got during that 6 months we got to see him, just think about the next 3 years. It's going to be amazing.
It is. It's also kind of excited. It's you're really, really excited to see, because even Josh said it best. He was like, we have to get back to work.
Yeah.
Like he talked about it yesterday. Like, we have so much work to do. I'm already talking about this off season, talking about next season. And that makes you even that more excited, because there's still more left in him. This guy's only 21 years old. He just turned 21,
Yeah.
And the fact that we haven't seen all that Ja can be, that makes me super excited.
Yeah. I want to ask him, like, what's the next thing you work on? I'm assuming it's the jump shot, because once he gets it where, we saw it in the bubble, like every team would play under the screens against him, and he had the shot if he wanted to take it. He started knocking them down right there at the end of the bubble. But if he's knocking that shot down consistently, then people have to come over those screens, and he can drive way more often, and it's going to open everything up for him and the whole team.
And I think it's really, you talk about just exciting, like that they're choosing to stay in Memphis this offseason, and to see him in his house, which we have to talk about his house, because that pool basketball court setup, like, how do we get Labor Day weekend plans at John Morant's house? Not this year. We're in a pandemic.
Sure.
Everybody, the pandemic doesn't end because it's a holiday weekend, but it's just so cool to see him here, living Memphis, breathing Memphis, and making that conscious choice to, like, call Memphis home.
My wife was asking me last night, she was like, what do the guys do, like, when the season ends? Do they? And I was like, well, Josh from, like, this really small town in South Carolina. She was like, I'm surprised, like, if you're from a small town somewhere, like, you don't go to, like, some big city during the off season. And I was like, Memphis is the big city. Like, this is the big city for him. So, but although he does live, like, pretty far out from Memphis, I think he lives like an hour outside the city. So, maybe this is the big city for him. This is his chance to hang. But I know he's a homebody. Like, he likes to stay home with his family and his extended family. They're all there. At the place in South Carolina where they had the outdoor court and everybody would come run on the weekends, and T would man the grill on the weekends. Like, I think maybe we need to get that going at the new house.
Yes. I mean, Draymond Green said it when he was interviewing. He's like, you got that big boy house already in just your rookie year. And, we know that Job built that basketball court that you got to see in the background just during quarantine. He was like, like, now that I'm in quarantine, I know what I have to do. He's got a film room in his house. He's got a gym now in his garage. I mean, he's got it situated where he is good. He does not have to leave. And you know that during this off season, he's not just home kicking it. Yeah, he's got the pool. He can, like, grill and hang out with his daughter, and his parents live with him. Yeah. I mean, you see that he's always working though. Like, there's never an off time.
Maybe he's going through the same thing all of us are during the pandemic, where you're stuck in the house and you're like, all right, I got to work on this. I can fix this up. I got like 20 home improvement projects myself that I'm trying to do. Like, Jai has the means to actually, like, do the things instead of me, like, trolling IKEA late at night trying to find a new chair and stuff.
I've been trying to convince myself to buy a bar cart since March, and we still haven't done it. So I feel that. You talked about his daughter being there with him. What'd you say?
You don't need a bar cart.
I don't need a bar, but they look so cool.
For what?
I don't know. For being like a real adult, you put
First
the
of all,
nice little shakers
you can't
on
even
there.
have
You put
people
some
over right
glasses.
now to have, like,
I'd rather have a bar than a bar cart.
I don't have enough space for a bar. I'm in an apartment, so it's like one small step at a time.
Okay, I get that. Also, if you're in an apartment, like, you don't want to do, like, structural changes, and you know what I mean. Like, a bar cart's something you could take with you to the next place.
Yeah, I like the biggest I've gone is I got some things framed and I tried to hang them, and I will admit this. I tried to hammer in a screw onto the wall instead of a nail. I know the difference between a nail and a screw, but I thought you could. I thought that in terms of hanging photos, it was all I had, and I was like, oh, maybe this will work, and it did not work. So home improvement projects are not I will not be building a basketball court by myself until I have the money for someone to build said basketball court for me.
John got people to build that.
Exactly.
He paid people to come out there and build that beautiful basketball court.
Yes.
So.
But we talked about his daughter and the relationship of the two of them, and seeing it. That video of them dancing yesterday that the Grizzlies posted, I think we have a clip of it to show, was just so pure and just embodies their relationship. And that's the fun side of Ja. Like, yeah, when we interview him and when you hear him talk, he's always very measured down the line. But, like, that's goofy Ja. That's dad Ja. And to see the pictures of the two of them with the trophy, she's in the cute little jersey dress, which I think they should get adult sizes for. I'm just saying, Grizden,
so cute.
Get on it. But it's just so cute, and the family aspect of it can't go on.
That reminds me of before the season started, we had that open practice, Grizzlies open practice at MUS school, and there was probably a couple thousand people.
Yeah.
There was a small gym, high school gym, small thing. It was on like Saturday at noon or something. And they introduced each player. And that was like the first time Ja was really kind of introduced to the crowd. And they were running in the gym. They were running 20 feet. And they were like, Ja Morant. And he stopped and did a dance at the door. And he had a little kid with him. And he made the kid dance with him. And that was really his introduction to Memphis. And I thought that was perfect. Like, that it showed the fun side of Ja. He made the kid dance with him. You remember, he got the kid into it. But like you say, so often we see Ja who like doesn't really give up a lot. You don't see what he's like as a person. He just kind of answers the questions and he sits there quietly and he talks kind of like this after the games. But that Ja is the other side of Ja that I hope we get to see a little more of.
Yeah, I think